What's going on, my fellow Gundogs? I just finished Jedi Fallen Order. I wanted to give you some of my thoughts on it. The game is roughly like 35 hours. It heavily encourages exploration, going back. There's like 5 planets, and you will go back to each of them twice. I'm doing that thing again where I look at my mic like it's the camera. First of all, this game is beautiful. It's gorgeous. The sound is awesome. I went ahead and had a headphone option to optimize your audio. It had like surround sound, stereo headphones. I wore the headphones. Immersive experience. Looked great. I had a little performance issues. Now I'm using the Xbox One X. I don't have the Series X yet, but still supposed to be peak performance. But during some of the cutscenes, I lost a little some frame rate drop. In one particular instance, I lost a lot, like it was chunks. But I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I kept it on standby a lot. I know some games don't like to be put on standby. That's something that's supposed to be remedied in the new Xbox. But other than that, the game ran fine. Again, gorgeous. Loved it. Voice acting's phenomenal. Gameplay itself, I can tell you that the battle system or the combat system is I would describe it as satisfying. I finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or I almost finished it. I played, 60, 70 hours of that game, and I would say that game has a combat system. It certainly does. But there's just something, again, satisfying about using a lightsaber and, like, deflecting blaster bolts back at enemies. And, just the dueling, it felt good, natural. It wasn't over complicated. It was easy to understand. In fact, there were some moves I didn't even use. I was able just to keep more to the minimum. And of course, I am schooled from Sekiro, which this had that similar, block last minute to parry and then counterattack, and that it felt good. It was a lot of fun. Also, the exploration, the backtracking I talked about, when I realized I would be doing a lot of that, at first I was turned off by the whole thing. In fact, the chests that you discover, all they ever have, with the one exception of where you get you'll get your flasks or your potions that that recharge at the safe spots, and it's only like 5 or 6 of those. But other than that, all the chests you find in the game, they're just skins. They're just skins. You get ponchos and skin for your robot, skin for your boat, your ship, and that's fine. But it wasn't, I always felt good finding them because they would be in cool tucked away places, or you'd have to do a puzzle to get to them. That also, I should mention, there are some heavy puzzle areas where it offers to give you hints. I thought the hints were fairly vague, and I guess in a good way. I only looked up, and I feel shameful having even said this. I looked up like one puzzle, only kind of. It was like a 2-minute video because, it was a quick reveal, and the guy, it's like, okay, and so there's this thing happening over here. I stopped the video. From there, I was like, okay, I can figure out what to do. Because you use so much of your force powers, like push, pull, and there's not a lot of force powers, and again, it's like push and pull, and you have like a stasis, which I almost always forgot about. I rarely use stasis. Push is just fantastic. Pushing people off, just great. Anyway, all around, I had a wonderful experience. This is available right now on Game Pass. I highly recommend it. And this is my first kind of new review in like a new series of reviews, because I'm going to try to keep it mainly about Game Pass games. But we're going to be using what, since this is, you're watching Post Chap's channel, my channel, Gundog, we're going to be using the Richter system, which is uniquely my system. And it's based on the character Richter, played by Michael Ironside in 1990's Total Recall, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, directed by Paul Verhoeven. Always said that funny. And so for this game, in this particular case, the game on the Richter scale, we're giving it a.
You saying she likes it?
We are saying she likes it. And so next, I'm going to be starting Control tomorrow, and I think that's Remedy. I'm going to be embarrassed if that's wrong. I already played Alan Wake back in the day. Quantum Break was on Game Pass. That could have its own review because it's a little complicated. I really enjoyed it, but I also came into it with no expectations. I think if I pre-ordered and hyped and got it, maybe would have been a little disappointed. But I really, really like that game. So we're going to start Control, and it's the 3rd game by this series. Put the glasses back on so I can see a goddamn thing. I thought I'd take them off for the glare thing. But yeah, let's look forward to my next review coming up. And I'm trying to keep these short, so peace out.